Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca, and with some news that I found out, another update in the Maleah Davis death. I was scrolling the internet and I came upon an article that I wanted to share with you guys because I told y'all everything Maleah Davis we were going to discuss over here on the channel. And this article says that Maleah Davis's death caused by homicidal violence, medical examiner says. Now, the death of the 4-year-old Maleah Davis was caused by homicidal violence, according to the Harris County Institute of Forensic Scientists. Maleah remains were found on a roadside in Arkansas on May the 31st, nearly a month after she was reported missing from Houston. Authorities were able to find the remains hours after Darian Vance, Maleah Davis's mother's ex-fiance, confessed to Quanell X that Maleah is dead. He said it was an accident and he dumped her body in Arkansas. Vince showed up to Houston Methodist Sugarland Hospital on the night of May 4th with his 1-year-old son seeking treatment for a head injury. He claimed to have been attacked the night before on his way to pick up Maleah's mother, Brittany Bowens, from George Bush Intercontinental Airport. He told police that Maleah and his infant son were in the car with him when he pulled over to check his tire around Greens Road and Highway 59. Vince then claimed that 3 Hispanic men pulled up in a blue Chevy pickup, beat him up until he passed out. He reported the next day he regained consciousness near First Colony Mall. Maleah and his car were nowhere to be found, but his son was still with him. The following day, volunteers in Texas EquiSearch began searching for the 4-year-old girl. They began their search in the northeast Houston area where Vince alleged the abduction occurred. Police announced conflicting information from Darian, and the search was shifted to an area near southwest Houston, to a southwest Houston apartment where Maleah lived. A Houston police detective then told Fox 26 that Darian Vince was a person of interest in the disappearance of Maleah. 2 days later, the silver Nissan Altima was located in a parking lot off a Missouri City shopping center. Police said all the car tires appeared to be fine. Prosecutors say dogs picked up a scent of human cadaver in the trunk. They said also a laundry basket and a gas can were also found in the trunk. Vince was then arrested and charged with tampering with evidence, namely a human corpse, on May the 11th. The search by volunteers continued for days across Houston area, including Vince's former mail route in Rocheron. Texas EquiSearch then suspended their search until they could obtain more information that would put them in the right location to find Maleah. Meanwhile, volunteers continued searching throughout the wooded areas. A reward was announced, and it quickly climbed to $27,500. Just before noon on May the 31st, Quanell X held a press conference with Texas EquiSearch founder Tim Miller. Quanell X said he spoke with Vince in jail. He said Vince told him that Maleah's death was an accident and he admitted to dumping her body in a ditch in Arkansas. One thing Vince wanted to make clear to me is that what happened to Maleah was an accident. He confessed to me where he dumped her body. Detectives and Tim Miller made plans to fly to Arkansas that afternoon to search the area where he said he left the body. Just a few hours later, the garbage bag was discovered on the Arkansas roadway by a mowing crew. Her remains were brought back to Houston and positively identified by the Harris County Institute of Forensic Scientists. So now we know that they have determined that she died by homicidal violence, thus adding to what we already know and what he has confessed to, which is that he killed this baby. I don't know how he could call this an accident. I'm confused in my spirit as to how this child ended up dead, and he expects us to believe that it was a mere accident. I'm not buying that. I still feel that he should suffer the stiffest penalty under the law for what he has done, which is to take the life of a 4-year-old baby. See, what bothers me, family, is this child's entire life, seen in 4 little years that she was on this earth, all she did was suffer. She had head injury. And I'm looking at this mama and I'm trying to understand how can she continue to breathe knowing that her baby life ended so tragically. I'm looking at her trying to figure out what was missing inside of you that you didn't just give her to someone else opposed to allowing something like this to happen to her. She should have never been given back to you after your children were removed for what happened to her in the beginning with the head injury. This man should have never been a part of your life because he didn't add anything to it. See, I don't understand women with kids. I always made it a thing. I didn't really bring men around my children once me and their father separated and divorced, but I'm going to tell you, I did go out sometime and they did meet a few people. But I promise you, those were people who I had made alliances with and I felt safe around my children, but I still never trust nobody completely. I always got my side eye on a man. And not just with my girls, with my boys, because there's some sick-ass people out here in this world. And I'm just destroyed that this baby's life, her whole 4 years was so tragic, and that her life ended so tragically. And I'm still hoping and praying that this man suffers to the full extent of the law. And I honestly believe that the mother should be brought up on some charges as well. Who would aggravate someone who you are claiming to going to expose them when you get home for what you said was some inappropriate pictures and conversations with someone of the same sex? If you know that you're going to do this to this man, but this man got care of your child, what was you thinking to aggravate him like that? You didn't think that you were putting your daughter at risk, and that's the reason why I feel like that's part of why I feel like she should be held on some type of charge as well, because you should have known better. You put your child at risk. Just like they want to put this girl in jail that had got shot in her stomach and lost her baby. They want to indict her. We're going to talk about it on Fuck Shit Friday because it's coming. I know it's late, but I'm working it as I can to get these videos out. Y'all know this ain't all I do all day, okay? So back to what I was saying, I don't understand how the mother is. I don't know how she able to even breathe. I couldn't breathe in my child life end. Ain't no telling how I would act. I can't say, but I know damn well I damn sure wouldn't be. I would be inconsolable. Such a tragic end to her life. I hope that the authorities work diligently to make sure that this man pays for it. And if there's any way that the mother can be charged as well, she needs to be charged as well, because she failed her child too. She failed her child first by bringing it around her. But anyway, I'm going to link in the pinned comments. This article will be linked down there for you to go over and read it for yourself. That's it. That's all, folks. Y'all remember, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and share the video as you deem so necessary. I'll see you guys on Love After Lockup coming up next. Peace.